Rampage III Extreme I've been working with for about a month or so now. So coming into the event, we knew the board well. BIOS development has been great. I mean, the board has been great. All day yesterday, we had problems with GPUs and OS and software, but the board was good. We swapped boards, and I mean the board's solid. We know the board well. The BIOS development is where it needs to be. It was when I first got it a few weeks ago. It was solid. So the Rampage III Extreme is my new X58 board, I guess. It just works. It's like going back to the Rampage Extreme, the original, with Core 2 duos. I mean, when you started benching with that board, you didn't have those frustrating moments where, why isn't this working or why isn't that working? Everything just sort of seemed to work as it was. When you did something, the board responded properly. When something did go wrong, it was what it was supposed to be that went wrong. You could figure it out because there was no second guessing, no questions. And that's why the Rampage Extreme is and was a legend. I mean, it always will be. It's a Hall of Fame board. And the Rampage III Extreme, the first time I booted it up, it was the exact same thing, that same feeling where you change something, you adjust it, took a few days just to learn it, but then once you learned it, it just does what it's supposed to do. It does what you ask. And that's the key, is having a board that does what you ask instead of having to work around the board. ROG Connect. I have a sordid history with ASUS software, so ROG Connect I was a little skeptical of, but of course I tried it. It works. It works well. It works really well. It's handy. With my setup at home, I have a wide spread out area, and my benching boards are far away from my monitors. So I mean, having ROG Connect, being able to like reset, power down, everything without having to get up, it makes me an efficiently lazy person. And but it works good. I mean, profiles on the fly, changing voltages on the fly. Could be a few adjustments to the interface, and I mean, we've conveyed those to ASUS, and they're going to do what they can. They're already working on it. So I mean, they're listening to those that use it and know and want to push it further and make it even better. And that's what's encouraging, is that it's not just good now, but it's going to be better down the road. Competition. I mean, the format was awesome. Having three teammates, three guys on a team, lots of hardware, 2 different platforms. The best moment was probably about 6, 7 o'clock last night when we couldn't get the 4 cards working in X58 platform, and me and Brian sat down, and Chris was plugging away on P55 and everything started working. He had such a horrible day. Kept going. Finally started working for him. Me and Brian sat down, and we were the ones pulling the weight in the morning, and we had to look at each other and say, yeah, we blew it here with the 4 cards. And I mean, there was a million different changes. You had to change strategy every day and every minute. I mean, we sat down and we had one look at each other and we said, we got to do this. And out came the Vaseline. We went Gotham style on it. Strategy was dictated by the liquid nitrogen allocation. So once we found out we were going to have to worry about it or even think about it, the liquid nitrogen, I think, dictated everyone's strategy. We knew that the other teams probably weren't going to go liquid nitrogen on the cards because 3D was only worth 2 results instead of 3, so 2D results were better. But we figured if we could get 4 cards going, we wouldn't even have to get them running high, wouldn't have to use a lot of liquid nitrogen. We know we're conservative with liquid nitrogen. We know we've been benching for a long time, me, Chris, and Brian, and we know we just don't plow through liquid nitrogen. We set everything up, we get going, and I mean, that was a testament with my 32 mil run. On X58, it literally took, it was our best run was the second 32 mil we did. We only ran 2 full 32 mils yesterday on X58, and we got a good score and a really good time for the clocks even. So we know that we were going to be good with liquid nitrogen with the allocation, and we rolled the dice. I mean, going 4 pots was a gamble. We did it. We don't regret it. We're glad we did it. If the software would have just gone a little bit better for us, we would have taken the 06 and the Vantage in both P55 and X58 easily, simply because we made that decision to go liquid nitrogen. It didn't work out. We didn't put up scores. It happened. Again, we love the format. That can't change. I think that's what made this so much better than other events. The hardware was good. The hardware sponsors that we had, I mean, the power supplies are doing. We've got a single power supply running 4 GPUs and 4 5870s right now on a P55 platform, single TPQ 1200. Corsair was awesome with the memory. Plugged it in, you just ran it. I mean, we didn't have to second guess the memory. I didn't do any memory binning or anything for 32 mil, and I mean, that's what I do. So the fact that we could just run it, we knew sort of what we would have to do, set the voltages and ran it. I mean, everything was good. Cards were good. We've got great cards running right now again. The hardware was awesome. I've never used SSDs before. That's a luxury that just doesn't fit into my overclocking budget. I don't have access to them through reviews or anything like that. So it was the first time for me using SSDs. It was the first time I know for Chris using SSDs. So it was interesting. I run 32 mil and I love the SSDs now because you can do copy Waza in 2 minutes. It was fun. I mean, just seeing benchmarks load fast. Like Vantage actually loads relatively quickly, like you don't wait around for it. So it's new to me seeing that. It sounds funny that I've been benching for so long and it was the first time we used SSDs, but it was nice. I mean, it's gonna cost me because I'm gonna have to pick up some SSDs now. The fact that we didn't run with heat sinks all day yesterday, that's what I think is PWM. We ended up using a board with no heat sinks on the CPU PWM, VTT, or the VDIM PWM. We had some fans over everything. But we know that we can run that board without heat sinks on the PWM, and that says it all. Like me and Brian at home with the boards, we're running 5.5 gigahertz Gulf Towns, 12 core thread W prime at 5.2, 5.3 gigahertz minus 140, and the PWM doesn't need heat sinks. It can deliver the power, and it's not heating up. So. I mean, that's what works. The funniest moment was when we found out our live stream had audio. That was good because we were told that there was no audio, so we were loose with the tongues. So yeah, when we found out there was audio, sort of pause for a second and rewind back in your brain, sort of what might have been said or what you did say, and I'll probably pay for it down the road. But no, it was good. I mean. There was a lot of funny moments because like the futility of the four cards in the X58 after we swapped boards and Northbridge heat sinks, and we were having IOH temperature problems and driver problems after a 10-hour day, or I don't even know how long we were benching for yesterday. It was a long time. I mean, when you get to that point where it's just exhaustion on top of exhaustion, and you're trying to make decisions and you don't want to make the wrong decision because you still have a chance to win it because the format was so good that it literally came down to the last minute. There was a lot of funny moments, but most of them they're all hazy because it was, and that was the fun part, was the fact that and that was the great part of the format. It wasn't so structured. Like you didn't have that 1 hour or an hour and a half to do one bench and move on to the next bench. At any time, any other team can go back to a bench that they posted a score at that you beat and you thought you had. You can go back. So I mean, if a team had it right and everything going good, they could literally just come up at the end of the day and redo all the benches that you thought you had won and done. So I mean, the strategy involved was intense because you had no idea. There was potentially 3 platforms running on each team, so that's a possible 9 platforms running. It's impossible to keep track of what everyone's doing, what time you need to be, and that's what it is, because it's still a time factor. You still don't want to get the best score, you just need to get the best score to win and then move on to the next one. But once you do that, somebody else sees it, they can go back to the platform that you thought they were done with. So there was a lot of that back and forth stuff, and I mean, that's what made it fun, and that's what made the strategy so fluid. You had to change every 10 minutes. Again, ROG, Rampage Extreme, that's what started it. It's a legend. It always will be. That board is still, they're hard to find because people are still looking for them, because Core 2 Duo can still be benched for top scores, and the board to do it with is with the Rampage Extreme. And so I mean, when you come up with a board like that with ROG, that's when I think ROG hit the floor running, and that's when we knew what ROG was. And then you guys followed it up with video cards now. And I mean, the brand's growing, and it's a respected brand. We know, you're getting the high-end ASUS board, and the R3E is not letting the ROG name down. I admittedly don't have a lot of experience with the Rampage II Extreme, but the Rampage III Extreme sort of came back and brought that ROG name back into